Where's the names? I can't see the names on the stream.
Give it a sec. Give it a sec. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Wait, what?
Wait for it. Hold on.
Oh, oh.
Give it just a second.
Here. Oh, oh, oh. Wait. Oh, that's clean.
Courtesy of our good friend Bryce Burr, sponsored by Illu's Esports. I don't know if they clarify between Illusion because that team was like a really wacky Twitter troll. But my man drew this up and coded it real fast for us the other day. Please go give him a follow on Twitch or Twitter. I'll link his Twitter. I don't know what his Twitter is off the top of my head.
Here we go. So, Mungus. Well, should I call him Mungus or Gigamungus? I'm just gonna call him Mungus. So, Mungus versus Jellypop. Jellypop is, by the way, a top 3 Helix player in the world. I would like to point this out.
I would agree with that.
Nice, some good action going on here. I think relatively evenly matched these players, I believe.
I would say Jellypop really has been grinding quite often recently.
Really hard, yeah.
Not to say that Buttmungus Gigamungus either or hasn't been doing that himself, but Jellypop just has a few, I think probably 100 more hours or so just booked in.
And he has the buff of joining your weekly ARM streams, and that is a surefire way to improve yourself in this game.
That being said, look at this movement, man. Both of them so clean. That whole interaction, no one hit each other for a solid, like, almost 10 seconds.
And Jelly takes advantage of that flat. Dude, Manders hitting from behind is the wackiest thing ever. I think those are the only arms that can do that. Hit you from behind.
Yeah, I mean, they do it so consistently, too. There's, like, weird situations where you can get, like, the rangs to kind of do it a little bit. But man, those things whip at such an awkward angle that always almost.
Jelly's catching Mungus a lot on, like, he throws charged Tri-Blast, and then Mungus will shield it and then parry, but then he'll get caught in the explosion. Yeah. That stuns his offense a little more. Nice rush, by the way.
And to be fair, it actually is harder to parry explosion arms online. You just have a few additional frames of lag, and it makes it really hard to get the perfect parry timing down.
Right. Arms lag is pretty chill for the most part, but it's still there. It's still there, and it still affects gameplay somewhat.
Yeah. Only slightly, but in ways that no one likes.
Right. And he's doing his best to make his way through Helix's tower shenanigans. He gets away from getting hit out of his rush by that Tri-Blast, and he gets that damage off. Having a light arm on the dragon arm is it's like a, I don't know, a high risk, high reward type situation, especially if it's something like Cracker or Popper. Don't see Hydra on the dragon arm too often, but it can do work, especially against Helix. The Hydra's a pretty good pick against Helix, but Jelly doesn't even care. Jelly doesn't even care, as he takes game 1, game set and match on Temple to Jellypop's Helix. I'm intrigued to see how far he can get. Hey Luna, what's going on, Luna? Malieve is rating with a party of 5.
Big thank you to Malieve. Big McThankies from McSpankies. I was just thinking about it the other day. I'm like unlocking random old cartoon memories. Like, oh, there was a whole episode of Jimmy Neutron I just forgot and then remembered when I read that phrase.
Super underway.
DNA.
DNA. Who will be next? Oh boy, I gotta think ahead.
Who will be next?
I kind of want. Well, you know what? Let's focus on that after this match. I'll just look for him in the background. I think I know who I want next. But in any case, are we gonna see Scorpio from? No. Yes, we are. Scorpio. Possibly double Scorpio. He's gonna opt for Scorpio Hydra. Now that's creative. That's creative for sure. Yeah. Putting it on the Dragon Arm probably the best call, better call here, other than Hydra.
I will say I thought Hydra on the Dragon Arm was actually not too bad a choice against Helix, just because I mean that thing when it's fat actually has pretty good chance to do some damage against Helix's wiggles, but it just really didn't work out with the amount of pressure Jelly puts on. I mean, look at him. It just hits constantly. Yeah. He's wiggling non-stop.
And it's still, and it's not even doing anything. Now, with Aerial Scorpio, he has a better chance. Aerial Scorpio is very, very good. I like it. It's very, very good. Scorpio has two distinct, I like the distinct styles you can use Scorpio with, depending on ground or air variant. I imagine we'll see a lot of the air variant against Helix and trying to catch his wiggles. Ooh, nice. Right there.
And about 30 seconds in, almost every single pillar is gone except for one, which is already damaged. Jellypop tore through those.
Yeah, but so with some players, it is a paramount task when you're on a stage with pillars. To some players, it matters more than others. It matters more than it does to others to get the pillars out of the way before you do anything else. I used to feel that way about Scrap. I would try to minimize the presence of the pillars. But it seems like that was a great Hydra, and Mungus takes the first round. The arm switch working out for him so far.
Mm-hmm. And Mungus really, yeah, coming into that with a lot more. He barely lost any health. Didn't even really care about the pillars. He just went for the hits and got them.
Oh yeah, he didn't have to worry about the pillars because Jelly was getting rid of all of them for him.
That's true. That's accurate.
He could just work around them and do as he pleased while the pillars were taken away. And now Jelly's going to go for an arm switch, opting for Toaster. What do you think about Toaster versus Toaster? What's your stance on that?
Oh, I mean, opinions are many. I personally prefer Roaster just because if I'm going to use a glove, I'm just going to pick a spot. I don't want to have to correct it again later. That's just the lazy Tri-Blast chakram user in me, though. I could definitely see people that like to actually have to play the game more preferring Toaster.
Right, that's true. That's true. I noticed he snaked under that. He threw out a Scorpio and he snaked a Tri-Blast underneath that. As this round is going a lot more in Jelly's favor. It almost looks like a mirror image of what the first round was like. Because Jelly hasn't really lost a lot of health. They're going to clash rushes, and the frequency of Tri-Blast is going to win Jelly the second round. And we're going to have a round 3 situation. Jelly trying to close out the set, and Mungus trying to stay alive and force a game 3. We've seen both arm switches work out. No arm switches from Mungus this time around, so perhaps he feels confident that he can adapt to what Jelly has presented here with Toaster Tri-Blast.
Yeah, Jelly's really just putting up a wall right now. It looks like Mungus kind of doesn't have an answer for it.
Right, because Hydra will just trade with Tri-Blast or lose to Toaster outright. Well, at least the middle pellet will. And I think that was kind of his main thing as far as laying pressure down on him. There we go, he got a hit there. But once Jelly opens up that space, it's proven really difficult for Mungus to close that space, close the gap back. They're looking a little more. They're looking like pretty even this time though, despite that Toaster that's just Mungus. He tried for the knockdown grab, didn't work out. He dodged it. Hydra versus Tri-Blast is the name of the game in this set. It's Jelly lands a good rush, not quite in the red yet for Mungus, but he's getting there. Mungus still has Toaster, rush online as he gets hit by a Toaster to unlock his rush, but now Mungus is on his last hit as Jelly will try to close this one out. Will he manage to do it, or will Mungus make the comeback of at least the week? That was a nice rush, a good start for him, but Jelly's almost got his rush online as well.
He's mad, man.
That was gutsy. Alright, do I have... Okay, wait. I think I know who I want next, but it doesn't look like the prerequisite match has occurred. It says I haven't started the bracket.